Oh, welcome into Friday Night Sports Extra. Julian Minimsohn, Alex Crescenti. The voice guy already told you that, though. Another exciting night of high school hoops and some big-time players in action tonight, Alex.
Yeah, a lot of regional games going on here, a lot of divisional rivalries happening as we're in really the thick of it, where, you know, make or break of the playoffs is not around the corner for a lot of these teams. But one of the teams that was in action is the top team in the state, as Lewiston was traveling up to Coeur d'Alene to face the #1 in the state, like I just said, the Lake City Timberwolves. Opening minutes of the game, Kolton Mitchell will drive to the basket, is going to get the layup to go down, and the Timberwolves are up early. Bengals hanging around, though. Carson Way can't get past the bigs of Lake City, instead pulls up for the difficult jumper and sinks it. But Lake City plays with so much tempo, it's just hard to keep up. Mitchell's going to throw this one like an outfielder throws to home, finds Reese Strawn, who tosses it up to the big man, Blake Buchanan, there for the dunk, his first basket of the game. Now the closing seconds of the first quarter, Mitchell again this time with a Kemba step back three, beats the buzzer. He said, I got fouled. That doesn't matter because Lake City goes on to win this one. Big, another double-digit victory for them.
Yeah, big-time win for them. Now, the first game of the night over at Lake City, the 5th-ranked Timberwolves welcoming in Lewiston on the girls' side. Started the second half, Bengals down big, but Reese DeGroot leading the charge, sinks the corner three. But a couple possessions later, it's DeGroot again. Left wide open in the corner. Don't do that. Nails the triple. She would have 8 points in the first 3 minutes of the third quarter alone. But Lake City offense was just simply too much. Emberlyn Reynolds gets trapped, but eventually finds Avery Waddington for the easy lay-in. Timberwolves also showing off the range as Sophia Zufeld doesn't even need a dribble to knock down the three from the top of the arc, and the Lake City girls, Alex, they run away with this one. Both Lake City teams get the win. The girls win it on this side 76-45.
You know, we're going to stay over in Idaho for now. Over in Post Falls, the Lady Trojans were hosting one of the top teams in the state as they faced off against Coeur d'Alene. In the first quarter, Tegan Colvin's going to find Madison Simmons in the open lane. She finishes with the layup. Now, a few minutes later, it's going to be Madison Mitchell driving to the basket here. This was a really nice play. A little touch on the ball as she drives and just gets it to go down. Oh, it's just beautiful there. The Vikings still in control of this game. Colvin has been a huge addition for Coeur d'Alene this season. You can see it like with shots like this. Sinks the corner three. Now, Post Falls was just trying to stay in this game at this point. Brittany Sims helps by getting a three of her own, but large hole to climb out of, to say the least. Off the Vikings fast break, Kelsey Carl, the heads-up play to Kendall Omlin, finishes on the other end with the bucket. And this one got out of hand early as Post Falls falls by 24 points there tonight.
Staying in Post Falls, the Trojan boys taking on a Vikings team coming off a tough loss last week to Lake City. In the third quarter we go. Post Falls down, but moving quickly. Neil McCarthy will pull up and knock down the long two, like the handles too, Mr. McCarthy. Vikings, they go to work though. It'll be Alexander Nip going one-on-one with the defender and says, look at that turnaround, knocks down the jumper. But then Carter Rupp, he's going to get left wide open in the corner. And look at that. Splash with the corner three. He extends the lead for Coeur d'Alene, but Trojans not surrendering just yet, though. Is off the pick and roll. Tyrus Blake drains the triple to keep them in shouting distance, but the Vikings just too much on the night as Nip receives the pass with a little bounce and finish at the rim. Coeur d'Alene wins it 62-50. The Vikings improve to 11-4 on the season.
Not too many